Hi.
All right. Okay. And you can
Hi.
also, hi, yeah. Can you confirm if you can see my screen? Can you see SharePoint Admin Center?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So today, as we said last week, we're going to be taking OneDrive. All right. So OneDrive is one of the cloud storage that we have, right? We have other cloud storage like apart from OneDrive, we have Ignite, we have Dropbox, we have Google Drive, but OneDrive it's for Microsoft. Okay, it's a Microsoft product cloud storage that you can use to store your files, to access your files on the online, to share your files, with your family and friends, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right, so we're going to be looking at the back end of the OneDrive before we go into how to use the OneDrive, what you can do with OneDrive. Okay. Basically, OneDrive doesn't really have a separate admin center. Okay. OneDrive admin center is embedded in SharePoint admin center. Okay. So, and as you can see on my screen, I have the SharePoint admin center, and if under this, let me just go back to the home page so that we can show you how to get to that place. Okay. So once you are in SharePoint admin center, then you come to settings on the left menu. So once you get to the settings on the left menu, then you have all these settings that you can use to manage your OneDrive for your users. Okay. You as an administrator or you as a support engineer, you must know how these settings works before you can effectively support your users or before you can provide support to anyone. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about here is the notification. Yeah. So this notifications, this is what controls the notification settings when you share files, when your users share files. Normally, when you share files, you get a notification that you have shared a particular file with a user. So this is what controls the notification settings. Okay. So as you can see, it's toggled on now. So I can decide to say, okay, I don't want notification. I can toggle it off and click on save. Okay. So that's that about the notification. Then another thing, the next one is retention. Okay. So this is all about how long you want your OneDrive to be retained after a user is being deleted. Okay, if you delete a user, if a user is deleted from the organization, the default is always 30 days. Okay, it's 30 days, but you can increase it from 30 days to 10 years, which is 3650 days. Okay, so you can, so the least you can have is by default is 30 days, and you can also have 365 days, which is 10 years. Okay, so if a user is deleted within 30 days, you can still restore the user's OneDrive. Okay, and then like I said, it's scalable. You can increase it to 10 years, which is 3650. So all this gives you opportunity to be able to restore any deleted OneDrive for any users at any point in time, in as much as within this particular number of days that is here. Okay. Now the next thing is storage limit. So this is what controls the tenant storage limit, right? So you can decide to say, okay, everybody in the organization, I don't want them to be able to use more than, let's say, 2 gig, for example. This is where you control it. You can say, okay, I don't want everybody in the organization to have more than maybe 5. But by default, in as much you have eligible license or qualifying license, all your users, they have 1 TB of storage by default, right? By default. Now, if you have and this 1 TB is scalable, is something you can increase beyond 1 TB. You can increase up to 5 TB. In fact, you can also increase beyond that, beyond 5 TB, and increase up to 25 TB. So for organization settings, before you can increase beyond maybe a particular terabyte, you must have specified the limit here. You understand? So this is where you control the limit to OneDrive storage for any particular user or for the entire organization. Okay. All right. So then the next thing is this particular sync. This is the sync. This is what control the syncing functionality in your OneDrive. I'm going to show you after now how that syncing works. Okay. So this is what gives you opportunity to sync your OneDrive from the web to your PC so that you can easily access it even without going to the web. Okay. So looking at the first option here, it says show sync button on the OneDrive website. So if you don't want your users to be able to sync their OneDrive to their PC, yeah, you can uncheck this so that by the time they go on the web, they won't see the option to sync their OneDrive to their PC. All right. So for now, I have it checked. So the next thing you can also use is to control the type of computer where you want your users to be able to sync their OneDrive. So if you want to control that, so all you need to do is you look for the Active Directory domain ID of each of your organization and put it here. So any ID that is not here, if the user try to log into that system or that is joined to a particular domain that the ID is not here, they will not be able to sync.
You need to get glasses.
Who is this one?
Please, can you mute your mic, Stephen? Or please, if you don't have any question, please mute your mic. Thank you. All right. So, as I was saying, if you want to control what computer anyone can. Foluke, please, can you? All right. Please, if you are not speaking, please, if you don't have any question or any concern, please just mute your mic. Thank you, so that you don't distract us. Okay. So, as I was saying, this is where you control what computers is allowed to sync OneDrive in your organization. So any OneDrive, any GUID of any Active Directory domain that is not listed here, if you try to look, if you're on that particular domain, you're trying to sync your OneDrive, it will not accept it. Okay. All right. So, and then this option controls the kind of file types that you want to allow people to sync to their OneDrive. Okay, let's say you don't want people to be able to sync MP3 files in their OneDrive, you can put it here. If you don't want people to be able to sync docx file, you can put it there. You can put any file type that you don't want, maybe exe file, programming files, program files. If you don't want them to be able to sync it, you can put it there. So all you need to do, once you are done putting it there, then you can click on save to save the changes. All right. So that's what this particular sync feature does. Okay. All right. From here, let's go to how you can access, you as an admin, how you can access users OneDrive. Okay. So first of all, we are going to check how an administrator can access users OneDrive. Then you as an individual user, how you can access it. We're going to go into that as well. So for now, you as an administrator, how can you access your users OneDrive? Okay. Once you come to Admin Center, Office 365 Admin Center, I'm refreshing this so that you can load. Then if any user that you want to access their OneDrive, you look for the user. Let's say I want to access Adex OneDrive, for example. I'll search for his name. Once I see the name, I'll click on it here. Then I'll go to OneDrive tab. Then here I can click on create link to files, and it will take me straight away to, it will generate the link first. And after generating the link, then I click on the link. So as an admin, it will take me to the user's OneDrive direct. Okay. Right. So once I'm in the user OneDrive, I can, as an admin, I can check anything I want to check. I can delete, I can edit, I can do anything. I have an administrator right on all my users OneDrive, being an administrator. Okay. All right, so this is the user's OneDrive access from admin point of view. Okay, now from the user's point of view, how can the user access their OneDrive? Okay, let me launch another browser. So what the user needs to do is just to go to office.com. Once they go to office.com, let me try to close this. So they need to go to office.com, then log in with their credentials, log in with their username and password. Once they log in, then it should take them to this particular page. I've already logged in, that's why we are not getting that prompt. So once you log in, you get to this page, then you click on this app launcher here. So once you click on this app launcher, then you see OneDrive here, right? Then you click on it, then it will take you to your OneDrive as a user. It will take you to your OneDrive. So here you click on my files. Then you see all the files you have here. So if you notice, you see everything I have here as an individual user is the same thing that is available here when I log in as an admin, right? Okay. All right, so maybe at any point in time, if any user is unable to log into the OneDrive or is not seeing any of the applications here, OneDrive applications here, then you as an admin, you need to check if that user has OneDrive license. Okay, so that will take me back to Admin Center. Let me briefly talk about that. So before you can have access to OneDrive, right, you must be a licensed user. You come to license, your administrator must assign a license to you, okay? And the license must have either SharePoint Plan 1 or SharePoint Plan 2. So here under apps, I want to show you. So here I have E3, that's why I'm having SharePoint Plan 2. If I have a license that is lower than this, maybe Business Basic or Business Premium, what you will see here will be SharePoint Plan 1. Okay, so any license you have is either you get SharePoint Plan 1 or SharePoint Plan 2. Okay, so once you have that license, then you come to your OneDrive, you see this application here. So in summary, before you can access this OneDrive application, you must be a licensed user. Okay. All right. So you as a user now, you've logged into your OneDrive. What can you do with your OneDrive? Okay. I'm just going to show us how to create file. You come to add new. If you want to create items in your OneDrive, add new, click on this add new. When you click on this, if you want to create a folder, you click on folder and you name the folder 5, for example. Select the color you want and then click on create. Right, so if you want to create an item, let's say you want to create an Excel or a Word, let's start with a Word document. I'll click on Word document, then so the Word document is coming up. All right, so if I want to put any content in it, I'll just put it. Then this is the name. This is where I can change the name of the documents. Waiting for that to be active. All right, so it's ready now. So I can change the name of the file to anything I want. Maybe I want to call it file 1. No, I want to call it file 1. Okay, let me call it document. You can name it anything you want to name it. So once you are done typing the name, just click out. Once you click out, the name will automatically save. Okay, and if you go to your OneDrive, you'll see it there. Go to your OneDrive, you'll see the document. So let me refresh so that we can see it. So this is the document I just created a few seconds ago. Sorry. All right, so this is the document. All right, then which one again? All right, so let's say I want to create an Excel file. I'll click on Excel file. Waiting for the Excel to load. If I want to put anything, I'll put it there, for example. All right, so I want to rename the Excel, I'll click here. Let's say Excel file 1. Yeah, then I'll click out. Once I click out, it's going to save it automatically. Then go back to my OneDrive. All right, so you see the Excel here. Let me refresh so that we can see the Excel. So this is it. All right, so then you also have option to upload, right? Apart from option to create files, you have option to upload. If you have any file you want to upload from a system, click on upload and you'll be able to upload it here, and then once you click on it, upload it, and then it will be uploaded. Okay, then you also have option to, what other options are available here? You can create other file type, PowerPoint, OneNote, anything. These are the available, these are the default content type that you can use to create files in OneDrive. Okay, so after creating the OneDrive, let's say for example you want to share the file with someone. So let's say I want to share this file, for example. I'll click on share. After clicking on share, it will give me a pop-up where I can put the name of the person I want to share the file with. Okay, once I put the name, I can share with both internal user and external user. Example. So I type in the name, I'll click on it, then I'll click on what type of permission I want to give to the user. Is it edit? Is it view? Is it? I will select it for me, and then I'll click on send. So that's how to share. So the same thing is applicable to folder. If you want to share folder, you follow the same thing. If you want to share file, you follow the same process. All right. So there's a place where you can control external sharing as well. Let me take you back to Office 365, for example. If you don't want people to be able to share with external user, this is where you can control the settings. We have sharing settings in Office 365. Click on manage external sharing. So you pick whatever you want to pick here. You can uncheck this. If you don't want them to be able to share externally, then you click on save. So it's going to block them from sharing externally. Okay, and if you change your mind, if you want to enable it back, all you need to do is just come back here and click on this OneDrive again, then manage external sharing, then put this back. Okay, so you pick whatever you want here, but this is the default one that allows sharing with guest links and authenticated users. Okay, if you want to share only with authenticated users with invitation, you select this. If you want to only allow sharing with existing users in your directory, you don't want to share with any new user, you select this. Okay, so that's that about that. So let me go back to this OneDrive for the user. So apart from sharing, let's say I delete this. I'm going to delete this item. I want to take us to recycle bin. So once I delete this item and I want to check, it wasn't deleted because I have it opened. Let me close it. All right, so I'm going to delete that again. All right, so it's deleted. So you can click on open recycle bin from here, or you just come to this left menu to click on recycle bin. So this is the file I deleted here. I can restore it from here if I want. And if I want to delete as well, I'll just click on delete and I will delete it. So once I delete it, it goes from first stage recycle bin. Just like SharePoint, OneDrive also have 2 stages of recycle bin. It has first stage recycle bin and the second stage recycle bin. So once I delete any file from first stage recycle bin, it goes to second stage recycle bin. So this is the file I just deleted. And here I can decide to restore it and I can decide to delete it permanently. So if I click on delete here and I don't have any other retention policy to secure my files here, the files will be permanently deleted. Okay, so that's that about recycle bin. So let's go back to these my files. Okay, so this is my file. These are all the files that we have in my OneDrive. And look at the title, modified, the time I modified it, who modified the file, the size of the file, the sharing. For all these ones that are showing private, it shows that I have not shared them with anybody. But for anyone that I've shared with any user, it will show shared. So if I click on this shared, it will show me the people that I've shared the files with. You can see I shared with this external user. Yeah. All right. So after this file, let's go to shared icon here. So under this shared icon, we have two options there. This is where you're going to see all the files that that has been shared with you and that has been shared by you. Okay. So you can see that this was a file I shared, right? And it's already here by you, like by me, file shared by me. You understand? For any file that has been shared with me, they are going to appear here. So this is a new account, so I've not really shared any file with this account. So that's why you're not seeing anything. But normally, you will see all files that has been shared with me in this particular with you, under with you. All right. So favorite. Let's go to favorite. This is the portion where you will see all the items that you've marked as favorites. So I will take you back to this my files. Let's say I want to add this to favorites. I will just click on this icon here, favorite. And then if I go back to favorite, I will see folder 1 appearing under my favorite. So I can also do that for a file. Let's say I want to add this to a favorite. I'll just click on this, then it will add it to my favorite. All right. So if I want to remove it, I don't want it to be there again, then I'll click on this to remove it. Then you go back to here and it removes it from favorites. So we've talked about recycle bin. So these people, this is where you see people where you can, people that have shared files with you. This is where you see them. Okay. And then meetings, this is where you see any file that have been shared with you during meetings, maybe during Microsoft Teams meetings, any file shared in meetings will show up here. Okay. All right. Then the last one here is media. Any file, any media files you upload to your OneDrive here. I'm going to delete. Let me delete this from here first. So any files you upload here, let's say I'm here now. I want to upload an image. So let me try to upload an image, for example. So any image I upload to my OneDrive, the image has been uploaded, for example. Now this is the image, right? This image here. If I click on it, you see it here. This is the image, right? So any image I upload to my OneDrive, automatically, without me doing anything, will appear under this media. So if I'm looking for any image, I can easily come here without wasting my time to go to my file and start looking for this. So I can just come to the media and check, okay, this is the image I'm looking for. And then I'll be able to find the image. Now, the next thing I want to show you is these settings here. OneDrive settings, we have some settings there that you can use to control your OneDrive as an individual users. And then also we have this restore OneDrive. You can restore your OneDrive to a particular time. Maybe something happened on your OneDrive and you just want to reset it. You want to restore it to a particular date. This is the option you can use to perform the restore. Okay, maybe I want to restore to yesterday. I'll click on it, then I will restore it. It will restore everything back to the way it was yesterday. I can customize the dates 1 week ago, 3 weeks ago, and so on and so forth. Okay. So go back here. What other options do we have here? Yeah. So you want to get the OneDrive applications, click on this. It's going to help you to download the OneDrive application so that you can sync it to your PC, or you can also use it on your phone. Okay, so let's close this first. Yeah, then the most important one of the most important feature here is this particular sync this OneDrive. Okay, so if you want to sync your OneDrive to your PC so that you can be able to access it on the file explorer here, So the option to do that is this particular sync. So once you click on this sync icon, currently I'm not syncing this to my PC. It's not part of the OneDrive I'm syncing. So let me show you how you can sync. Once you click on that sync, sync this OneDrive, it's going to sync it to my PC automatically. So that
may not be totally finished because it's just this spice is pretty lasting, well. But you see all these things. Yeah, I mean that's one.
Jeremiah, please mute your mic. All right, so can you see that it's coming up here now? So this is, I will just click on sign in. And it will ask me to log in. So once I log in here, I log in here and just follow these prompts. Dex. Come on. Yeah, it's trying to log in now. Skip all this. Yeah, it's signing in now. All right, so it has signed in. I'll click on next and choose folder. I can use the same folder. I can use another folder. All right, so it's loading my OneDrive, it's scanning. So I'll hold on for it to finish scanning. So by default, it's going to bring up these three locations. These are the three default storage locations on my PC, my desktop, my documents. If I want to sync all of them, I'll leave it the way it is. If I don't want to back them up in my OneDrive, I'll just toggle them off and then click on next, okay? But I want to back them up, let's click on, I can do it later. So because of our time, let's do it later. Then I'll click on next. I'll click on next. Then I'll click on next. Later, open my OneDrive. Okay. So automatically it will launch my OneDrive and then look at the files. If you look at everything you are seeing here, it's the same thing with what you have here on the web. Okay. Let me minimize, let me reduce this. Yeah. So if you look at all the information you have here, same thing with what we have on the desktop. So you can sync your OneDrive from online to your PC so that if you don't feel like going to the web to access your file, you can just stay on your PC here and start accessing your OneDrive, do whatever you want to do. And whatever you do here on the PC will sync automatically to the one on the web. Okay, and whatever you do here as well will automatically sync to the one on the PC. Let's say, for example, now I want to let me create another Word document on the web. Okay, I'm waiting for that to come up. Yeah. Let me call it test sync. Okay, click out. All right, so I've created the file on the online. Okay, created the file on the web. So it's here on the web, test sync. Where is it? Test, let me refresh. Okay, so this is testing. So let's check if the file is available in the file explorer. Can you see it? Test sync. I just created it. So whatever you do on the web will sync to the PC. So the test sync I created on the web automatically sync to the PC. All right. So, and this is the OneDrive location, the one I just synced. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, we have more than one OneDrive. So you can actually sync more than one OneDrive for business to your PC. You can sync up to 9 from the same organization or from different organization. You can have 9 of them synced to your OneDrive. So you can say I have 3 synced already from the 3 different users. So this is the one I just synced now. Okay, and you can see it here. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the web and so yeah. So this is the web. We've talked about all the features available here. So then let me just take us back to Office 365 here and show you one or two things as an admin that you must know as well. From this OneDrive, okay, we were talking about the storage the other time. Just want to show us how you can change users' storage, okay? This is storage used by the user. Okay, you can come here to edit the storage. Maybe you want to set another storage, maximum storage for the user. You want to limit it. You can. This is where you're going to make the changes. If you want to let it remain the way it was, the way it is set for organization, you select this one and click on save. Then the other option that I was explaining earlier is this the retention policy for OneDrive. So once you click on it, it takes you back to the Office 365 Admin Center where I showed us the OneDrive settings here, that you can change from 30 to 3650. Okay, so let me just go back to the users OneDrive. Just go back to I'll go back to Office 365. Yeah. So apart from that, this is the default storage. Also, you can, so whatever you set in that other place will appear here automatically. So I set 3650, that's why it's showing up here. Then this is the default storage. You can also, this will also take me back to Admin Center. This is the default storage we're talking about the other time. Okay, so whatever you set here appears here for the user. Okay. All right. So apart from that, the other thing, these are administrative functionality. You can reset OneDrive, and so on and so forth. So I think that will be all for the OneDrive. Let me know if you have any questions so that I can answer them. Any question? Okay. Someone drop a chat here. Okay. So if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat or you can unmute your mic and ask the question. So OneDrive is not really, we don't really have much information about OneDrive. It's not as voluminous as SharePoint. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask, unmute your mic and ask the question or you drop it in the chat. If you have questions regarding the user interface or the admin interface, now is the time to ask.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding my own question, regarding the retention policy, is there a time frame if you delete a document or a file, how long does it take to stay in the retention policy?
Talking about how long it takes when you delete a file, it takes it takes 93 days. When you delete a file, it goes to the recycle bin, right? And it stays both the first stage and the secondary stage. It takes 93 days for the items to be retained. So after 93 days, the items will be deleted permanently if you don't have any retention policy in place. So what retention policy does, so the retention policy in Office 365, the other one, the one I showed you here, this one here, where is it? So this one here controls the entire SharePoint, I mean the entire OneDrive site, the site on its own. Okay, that's the site. If you delete a user, within the default is 30 days. If you don't do anything to restore the user within 30 days, the user will be permanently, the OneDrive site that is associated with the user will be permanently deleted. That is for this one, this retention. If you don't do anything after this particular period of time that was specified here, the OneDrive site, not document now, the OneDrive site itself, the whole OneDrive site, this URL you are looking at, the whole OneDrive site here for this user will be permanently deleted. You understand? So, but talking about individual files, when you delete any files, it goes to recycle bin and it stays in both the first stage and second stage recycle bin for a period of 93 days. So after 93 days, if you don't have any other retention policy in place, so the other retention policy that I'm talking about is the one that you need to create from Security and Compliance Center. We call it Microsoft Purview. So let me see if I can show you briefly. So once you have that in place, it will automatically keep your files for the number of years or days or months you have specified in the retention policy. So this retention policy that I want to talk about, it creates a folder called preservation old library. So when you create the retention policy and apply it to any OneDrive location, it automatically creates a preservation library for all the OneDrive location that you have applied it to. So whenever you delete any file and it goes to first stage, second stage recycle bin, and you come here to the second stage recycle bin and you delete the file permanently. So instead of this file to be deleted permanently, when you click on delete, okay, it's going to go to that place that we call preservation old library. Okay, so let me show you the retention policy. This is the retention policy, apart from the other one that we're talking about. So here, if you click on new retention policy, then you'll be able to specify the retention you want to keep for, maybe let's say keep for 10 years. Click on next, next, next. Then let me toggle of this. I don't want to do it for OneDrive. If you want to do it for SharePoint site, you do it for SharePoint. For now, we're doing it for OneDrive. So once you select this location, if you want it to be applied to all users, if you leave it the way it is. If you want to, apply to just specific users, you click on edit and put the URL of the user's OneDrive here. For example, let's say this OneDrive URL here. The OneDrive URL. So put it here. Then you add it. So that is if I only want to apply to this particular OneDrive, then I'll click on done. So it will be applied. But if I don't want to apply to just or maybe everybody, I don't need to specify any URL here. You understand? I'll just click on next. So in summary, so once you're able to create this retention policy and you specify the number of years you want it to be, and you specify the and yes, you specify the number of years you want it to be retained. Once you are done creating it, okay, then for this particular user,
I dey check SharePoint leleyi.
SharePoint.
okay,
I'll join the next class. For now, I may even get sprint to think of.
Aisha, please, can you mute your mic? All right, so I was explaining that once you finish creating the retention policy, and then you delete anytime you delete any file from here permanently, okay, it will go to a place called, I want to type it here. It will go to a place called preservation code library. Understand? So that will be created for each of the OneDrive you've applied the retention policy to. So instead of the files to be permanently deleted from here, when you click on delete, it will go to this library, and you can always go to this library when you want to restore it and restore it from there. Okay. So I saw something in the chat. Let me see if please, for the messages in both recycle bin, is the 92 days some of the same day, or it goes to the different. So for both, okay, I think I've answered this already. For both the first stage and the second stage, they are 93 days. It's not separate 93 days for it's not that you have 93 days for first stage and you have 93 days for second stage. Both of them, they are 93 days. It will stay for let's say 63 days in second stage cycle bin and 30 days in first stage. So, but the two of them, the total period of time is 93 days. So I hope I've answered your question. Idris, have I answered your question? Okay. Do we have any other question? Anyone? You can drop it in the chats. Or
My own last question. There is
up.
this update I'm seeing that there is this new OneDrive update that Microsoft pushed, whereby the work and school OneDrive, it's also together with the personal OneDrive, that it's a security breach or something like that. I don't know if you experience stuff like that, whereby you can also log into your personal OneDrive on a company's system.
Yeah, so I decided not to mention personal OneDrive because our focus is on OneDrive for business. But you can always you can access your personal OneDrive on your system. Both of them, you can access them. In fact, you can sync the two of them to your OneDrive. Right. If you look at my OneDrive here, this is what this is the personal OneDrive, and every other one you are seeing here, they are OneDrive for business. Okay. So by default, or by default, let me say by default, once you have a Microsoft account, okay, as soon as you launch you install your operating system after buying your system, once you come to this particular start menu and click on and type OneDrive, you will see OneDrive application that is pre-installed with your system. And when you click on it, it will ask you to log in. So if you log in with your Microsoft account, like all this live account. So it's a free account. You don't need to, you might not, you don't need to pay for it. It's a free account unless you want to buy a subscription for family account. But live account like outlook.com, outlook.live.com. So you can use that to log into this personal OneDrive, and you'll be able to use just that the storage that you get there will be small compared to what you will get when you log in with your subscription. So the one we are talking about here, which is embedded, this one is embedded in your Office 365 subscriptions. That's why we call it, this one is called OneDrive for Business. So basically, there are two types. We have personal OneDrive, personal OneDrive, and we have OneDrive for business. Okay, so this one is embedded in your Microsoft 365, M365 subscription. Okay, so maybe you have business basic, you have business standard, you have E5, enterprise E5, Office 365, E3, whatever license you have, that's what give you access to this one. But this one, it's a live account. Once you have live accounts, Microsoft account, you'll be able to access this, log into this, both on the web or on your PC. So you can log into the two of them. You can work on the two of them simultaneously. You understand? So you are not restricted to only personal or only OneDrive for business, and you are not restricted to only personal OneDrive. You can use the two of them. Yeah. I hope I've answered your questions.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Any other question from anyone? Okay, so I think okay. Deborah, are you speaking? Okay. Are you speaking? Do you want to? You have a question, Deborah? Do you have a question? Okay. All right. So I think we don't have any other question.
I
So
think she has a
and
question.
maybe after now, if any question.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
You can type it in the chat.
She can type it in the comment section.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So maybe after now, if any question comes to your mind, maybe you can't remember, or you don't know the question to ask now. If any question comes to your mind after now, okay. Shino, please go ahead. How can we create Microsoft 365 accounts? Okay. All right. So if you want to create Microsoft 365 accounts, okay, you can create a trial license. You can have a trial version, and you can also pay for that. Okay. So what you need to do is you can go to, let me go to any of this browser and show you. Sorry. All right, so let's say I want to create a trial version of this. Come up. Sorry. This is another browser. I'll open. Okay, so let me just explain. I think I have pressed, okay, let me cancel this. Okay, yeah. So if you want to create Office 365 accounts, you can, let's say I want to create the one for business standard, for example. No, we have different, I think that was the first lecture you guys had, how to in Office 365. So if you want to create a free trial, let's say we have different type of licenses. Let me start with business standard. For example, let's say Microsoft business standard. So if you want to create that, okay, once you get to that page where you have the subscription, you will see the option. You look out for option to start a trial, right? So you see try for 1 month, okay? Try for 1 month. You click on this try for 1 month. So whatever license you want to get, you want to sign up for, once you know it, we have business standard, we have business basic, we have Microsoft 365 E3, Microsoft 365 E5, Office 365 E3, Office 365 E5, business premium. We have the education line. So whichever one you want to sign up for free, once you launch the subscription, once you type in, you see this option to try for 1 month. Then you click on it. It's going to take you through the process where you put in your name. Okay, you put in your name, your business name, the number of users that want to use it, and then so I'm just waiting for this to come up so I can show you. So try for 1 month. Yeah. So these are the features available. Then you click on next. So you solve this puzzle. So solve the puzzle here. Identical. Try one square that shows two identical. All right, so once you do all this puzzle, and yeah, it will take you to a place where you click on, can you see it's a trial license? And you click on, so you click on next, may continue rather. So you just follow this process. Once you follow this process, then you'll be able to sign up for a license. So maybe after that, the trial license, you want to subscribe for it. Like I said, you can buy and you can use try for 1 month. So whichever one you want to do, this is how you go about it. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Ultra Tech, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. So once someone has been able to create a tenant. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's going to ask for a credit card or a mode of payment, right? If we are trying to create a tenant. So how do we go about that? Can we use our Nigerian debit card or how do we do that?
So that's one of the challenge. If you have the mind of paying for it, like if you want to pay for it, because if you put your debit card and put your information, if you forget to remove it before the trial expire and you have money there, bro, your money will be deducted. You understand? So what I would suggest you do, instead of signing up for this trial, okay, I think Kingsley and the facilitators, the organizers, they are trying to arrange a way to create an account for each and every one of you on a particular tenant. So I'll just advise that you hold on for that to be created. Once the account is created, then the information will be shared with you. But if you want to go ahead with the other trial accounts you want to buy, yeah, you of course you need a credit card to proceed with the purchase of the subscription. Even if you are using trial, you have to put the credit card there. Understand? So that's it. Hello, can you hear me? I hope I've answered your question.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. So, any other question from anyone? If we don't have any other question, or probably maybe later something drop in your mind, you can drop it in the group chats, and then someone will attend to that. Okay. So think we can call it a day here if we don't have more questions.
Excuse me, please.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, I thought maybe what he wanted to ask was that if we can use Nigerian card, Naira card, to subscribe, will they convert to dollars and remove the money, or you have to have, you know, a dollar account to be able to subscribe? Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. It's been a while I used trial license. Okay, so before now, it's not really like a mandatory option to use card before now. Then when we used to do it, but now no, so many things are getting upgrading. Okay, so many updates. So for the card, I know most cloud most cloud provider that I've used before, apart from the Microsoft. I think I subscribed to some of them recently. Not Microsoft, but they all require that I have a dollar account, like a Microsoft, like I have a dollar account, dollar card rather. So they accept virtual dollar card to do the subscription. You can put there, okay. And before, if you don't want to pay for it, make sure you remove it before the expiration of the trial license. So most of the cloud provider, they require that you put they don't accept a Nigerian card. So this one for Microsoft, I've not really tried it. Of recent, I've not tried it. Like I said before, now it doesn't require you don't need to put card. Okay, you just go ahead and do the trial. So now if he's asking you to put card, most probably he's not going to allow Nigerian card, but I can try this out, okay, and let you know if he's going to accept Nigerian card or dollar card. But like I said, most cloud providers, they don't accept Nigerian card. Like it has to be a dollar card, and it can be a virtual card or physical card. You can use virtual card. Okay, so that's just it. So we'll check this out, and we'll get back to you on this if it's possible to use Nigerian card or not. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Ade, please go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
All right, this is not a question actually. It's just more like a response in addition to what Ultratech and Muji asked right now. Okay, so basically over time on Microsoft, I think Microsoft usually accepts Nigerian card. It was after this Emefiele's issue that the restriction was enforced. So if you try with Nigerian card, bank card is not going to be acceptable. It's kind of rejected. Naira card are not allowed. So this is basically what you're required to have is a dollar card. So if you have this, what's it called? All this bank, all this mobile bank app, or what are they calling them? All this cheaper cash and the likes. Okay, just make sure you get what's it called? You open a US account with them, not a normal Nigerian account. If you have a normal Nigerian account and you request for the dollar card, it still will not be acceptable. So what you need to do is, if you have a cheaper app, just create any other one, just like the lights. I think someone just suggested GOP. So just open a dollar account with them, like a US bank account that is going to be a US account number, even though it's virtual. And you now request for the bank card. So the bank card you request is just going to be like a local bank card like ours here. So if you use that, that is acceptable. You can use that to create a tenant. You can use that to create a license, either free trial or paid license.
All right, thank you so much. So I think that has cleared the whole thing. So Nigerian cards. So let's just check the chat and see the suggested cards, and that you can use for the free trial. So I hope we've answered your question regarding cards. So
Yes, thank you.
you're welcome. So any other thing, any other question before we call it a day? No question?
Sorry, sir. I have one more question, sir. So, when we were talking about file sharing and folder sharing, say, for example, you share a folder with an external user, for example, and the external user is not seeing the file. What could have been the problem if that external user is not able to see the file under his OneDrive or our OneDrive?
Okay. All right. So two things. Number one thing is it's even more than one thing. It's no more than two things. If you
Okay.
share a file with if you share with a file with external user, you share a folder with external user, the user is meant to receive a notification that you shared a file or a folder with him or her. And from the notification, so the first thing you need to confirm from the user, did you get the notification that I shared a file with you? Yes or no? So if you get a notification, fine. From the notification, you're not going to see the file directly in your OneDrive. Like the external user is not going to see the file directly in their OneDrive. So they are going to follow the notification that they got after you share the file with them. Once they click on that notification, then it will take them to the files that you've shared with them. It will open the file. And remember, I said something about shared with you, shared by you here. So this is where the external user is going to see the file. You will come here, shared with you. So any file that I share with the external user, they will see it here. It's not going to appear directly here in my files. You understand? So it will be here. Once it's here, then you can decide to move it from here to this place. So two ways: you can download it and then upload it here, or you can add it as shortcuts to this particular location. You understand? So the notification is very important. They must confirm they got the notification, and from the notification, they will click on the notification and it will take them to the file that you share with them. And then if they want to see where the file is going to be under here, share with you. You understand? So it's going to be here. So if after this, then another thing the user needs to come getting access now is just that he's not seeing it. So if he's not seeing it, probably he's not looking for it in the right location. If he's looking for it here, he's not going to see it here in my files.
Thank you very much, sir.
So yeah, welcome. Any other question? Anyone? So please, if you have question, just let's talk. Let's ask the question. Can we share the file to multiple? Of course, if you can share with more than 10, you can share. So once you come to this, let's say for example, if you want to, so if you have the best practice is if you have more than one person you want to share anything with, like maybe you have so many of them, you don't want to stress yourself. You can create a group and they put all of them, all those users in a group. You can create a security group and put all those external users in a group, and then you can share with that group. You understand? So you have option to share with a group and you have option to share with individual. So if you have a group that you have all those external user or all the users, any user, the 10 users or more than 10 users that you want to share with, if you have all of them in a particular group, all you need to do is just share with that group and they will get their permission from that group. And if you want to do the manual sharing, the individual sharing, you can begin to type their name. One by one. You understand? And so on and so forth. Right? So just be putting their name one after the other. Which other one is test user? So when you are done, just click on send. Okay. So, and like I said, if you don't want to be doing this, just create a group, put all of them in a group, and then share with that group, and then they will get their permission from them. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. Yeah. Any other one before we
Sorry.
Any other question?
Good morning, Adetunji.
Yep. Morning.
Hello. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Good morning.
Yes. To just add to what you just closed now, the question you just closed now. Is there any particular size of file you can share on OneDrive?
Size. Okay.
Yes.
So talking about size, there are limitations to file you can upload. Okay. And file you can copy. So talking about the file you can upload. So any file that you are able to upload that is already in your OneDrive, there's no limitation you sharing it. Understand? In as much I have it here, I have the file uploaded already and it's in my OneDrive. I can share it. So the limitation comes when you want to upload the file in the first instance to your OneDrive. If it's not allowing you to upload, that means you are crossing the limitation. So let me show you some of the limitation that we have. You grab it. Okay. Yeah.
I grab.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other question? You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Mr. Adetunji. Sorry, I was just about to ask that what are the limitations to SharePoint sites and file sharing? So I guess you've just touched on it. So I was just about to ask that what are the limitations?
Okay, so let me just try to share this. We have so many of them, that's just one. Let me just, we have a list of all of them here. Scroll down. Just want to share. I'm going to drop this this link for you. We have a whole lot of them, apart from the one that I just mentioned. So talking about we have invalid characters, we have file upload, download size, all these are the limitations that we have. So a lot of them, if you begin to open all this, meaning that you cannot have, these are not invalid characters that are not allowed in SharePoint when it comes to naming your files, when it comes to giving them name or naming your site. You cannot, you want to name a file now, you'll not be using all this character. No, it's not, they are not allowed. You understand? So we have a whole lot of them. So what I will do is I'll share this link with you so that you can have it standing. So you should know that at any point in time you are doing anything and you are getting any error message regarding any limitation, then you should check this list of limitations that are available to see if you are crossing the limits or if you are hitting the limits. You understand? So then you'll be able to adjust immediately. Understand? So we have a whole lot of them. All right. So any other question? Okay, I think we are all good, right? Someone is just joining. Are we good? You can unmute your mic and let me hear if you are good to go. If you are good.
Yes, sir. I'm good. From my end, I'm
good. Okay.
We're okay, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So think we'll put the class to an end on OneDrive for now. So like I said, if you have any question, if any question cross your mind after now, just feel free to drop it on that WhatsApp group and someone will attend to it. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for joining today.
Only admins.
Oh, only admin. Okay. All right. We'll see what we can do regarding that. Admin is on the call. If you want to give people room to, they will see to it. Don't worry. The admin will see to it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.